DC's gearing up for some Supergirl shenanigans in the DC Extended Universe, and it seems like they've got big plans. According to James Gunn, DC's got their act together, claiming they're more organized than Marvel during their Phase 1 rollout. Looks like they're cooking up something spicy for Kara Danvers, aka Supergirl. So we can expect some unique twists and turns for Superman's super cousin. Let's hope she brings her own super dose of humor to the table. After James Gunn became co-CEO of DCU Studios with Peter Safran, he made huge moves, signaling a more exciting future for DC, and that includes the announcement of the movie Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Ever since 2013's Man of Steel, there was no clear direction in the DCEU. While all movies in the MCU shared the same tone and were clearly overseen by a creative director, every release in the DCEU couldn't have been more different, whether it was completely bleak outings like Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice or popcorn flicks like Aquaman. But Gunn has a clear overarching vision for the franchise. While Supergirl may initially give off a lighter vibe compared to titles like Batman, the Brave and the Bold, and Swamp Thing, it could turn out to be quite the opposite. James Gunn's comments about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow suggest a potential for darkness within the film's narrative. Gunn paints a picture of a Supergirl who, raised on a desolate rock, witnessed the tragic deaths of those around her in gruesome ways during her first 14 years of life before coming to Earth. He hints that this Supergirl will deviate from the familiar character we're accustomed to. As a result, the movie might lean towards a tone akin to Man of Steel. Gunn also overtly referenced comic book writer Tom King, DC's new Alan Moore, who created the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic book, meaning that the movie will likely be heavily based on the story. The comic book, which was published as recently as 2022, is considered some of the best material about the superhero. It follows Supergirl, who is contacted by an alien girl who had her entire planet destroyed and wants revenge on the people that destroyed it. And as has become typical of Gunn's movies, the comic book features a cute supernatural animal, and Krypto the dog will undoubtedly feature in the film. While it's doubtful that Supergirl will appear in James Gunn's Superman Legacy, there is a slight possibility that Superman might play a role in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Gunn, in the same statement discussing the film, made a reference to the Man of Steel, emphasizing, "We'll explore the contrast between Superman, who was sent to Earth and raised by caring parents since infancy, and Supergirl." It remains unclear whether Gunn intends to highlight character differences or if they will indeed coexist on screen in the 2027 release. Tom King's Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic origin. King's Supergirl comic books focused on Ruthie, an alien girl out for vengeance after her father was brutally murdered by a guy named Krem, and the titular hero, Krypto the Superdog. Although Supergirl is the comic's main character, Ruthie's viewpoint is used to tell the tale. Ruthie came into Kara Zor-El, or Supergirl, while searching for a bounty hunter to find Krem. After learning that Krem is accountable for poisoning Krypto, Kara finally supports Ruthie's cause, despite her initial reluctance. As a result, in order to seek retribution for Krem's wrongdoings, Kara and Ruthie embark on a galactic journey. In Woman of Tomorrow, Kara becomes a rogue mercenary who sets her own rules after losing her innocent reputation. This version doesn't take bullshit from anyone and curses like there's no tomorrow while drinking like an alcoholic. Will The Flash's Sasha Calle play the DCU Supergirl? James Gunn and Peter Safran, executives at DC Studios, are unsure at this time if Sasha Calle, who played Supergirl in The Flash, will return for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. As part of DC's reboot, they indicated that they are currently ironing out the details. It's important to note that Melissa Benoist was the final actress to play Kara Danvers in the CW's Supergirl, an Arrowverse television series. Supergirl on The Flash hasn't been given a name yet, but Calle's character might not be the conventional Danvers, according to rumors. Her attire, haircut, and physical characteristics are more reminiscent of Lara Lane Kent from Injustice, the child of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, suggesting a potential alternate role. This potential departure from the traditional Supergirl persona has sparked considerable curiosity among fans. While The Flash's creative team hasn't confirmed the direction they're taking with Sasha Calle's character, the resemblance to Lara Lane Kent has piqued interest in the possibility of a fresh and unique interpretation of Supergirl in the upcoming Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow project. The uncertainty surrounding Calle's role reflects the ongoing evolution and experimentation within the DC Extended Universe as it continues to expand and redefine its iconic characters. Fans will undoubtedly be eager to see how this storyline unfolds and what surprises the future holds for the character of Supergirl in this exciting new cinematic universe. How will DCU adapt Tom King's Supergirl? Gunn's declaration that Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is based on the same comic book series by Tom King suggests that the DCU adaptation will take place in space rather than on Earth. It is anticipated that Kara Zor-El will appear in Woman of Tomorrow as a version of herself who never made it to Earth and had to make it on her own on a fragment of Krypton. Additionally, it's possible that the DCU Superman is unaware of his cousin, which could change how they interact in future encounters. The hardcore attitude of Supergirl might someday conflict with the sympathetic and idealistic character of Superman. Woman of Tomorrow may depict a Kara Zor-El who isn't holding back and kills like there's no tomorrow before Supergirl finally arrives on Earth. Ruthie and Krypto, who will serve as the protagonist's moral compass and serve to remind her that murdering is never an option, might instead appear in the film. The Supergirl film from the DC Universe might focus on Kara's evolution from a brutal assassin to a more responsible hero. But when she met her cousin Clark Kent, she managed to keep some of her hardcore image to keep things intriguing. Our share opinion on the topic. We just saw The Flash and Shazam bomb, no point redoing them anytime soon. Aquaman 2 is still on the way, so whether it flops or not is too soon to reboot that one. Wonder Woman fizzled out pretty badly, and I don't think there's much demand for a new WW movie right now. Gunn is starting with Superman, which is absolutely the right move. Superman is the most famous superhero, and there's been a long enough gap between the last Superman movie and a new Superman movie. If it's good, could make some real impact and draw audiences back. Superman is, like Batman, the type of character people will go to see because it's a Superman movie, not because it's a DC movie, so perfect launchpad. The following movies make a lot of sense to the brave and the bold. It's Batman. People always go to see Batman, and this one seems to be a new and different take than what we've seen in Batman movies in the past, and a more comic book-like take. So again, a choice that makes perfect sense. Supergirl is a well-recognized DC character who has had very little presence in modern movies and is primed for her own movie. Swamp Thing is an actual brilliant choice because with Swamp Thing, they can make a completely self-contained movie with its own horror style that isn't a superhero movie as such, but still exists in the DCU. For an audience jaded about superhero movies, this is a smart choice. Also, Swamp Thing rocks, and I want a movie. The Authority can't say I'm too interested in this, but I have a feeling Gunn might be thinking it could be the GOTG of DC maybe. The rest are TV series and animated stuff. I don't think they'll make or break the DCU's success. I think Gunn is making the best of a bad situation, and I can see what he's doing. Whether it works or not will be all down to the execution of it. Well, that being said, if you were tasked with rebooting the DCU, what would your game plan be? Let me know in the comments. And that's that for today's video, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.